They're best buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get Leighton cleaned up?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Well, he filled the seat. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not quite cleaned up yet.
Garden hose.
It will be. Yeah, we'll take it outside. Best buddies. I think Silas is ready for your ice cream and rhubarb pie.
Oh, you think so?
Or his dad is, at least. Damaris' delicious pie she made. Silas, do you want some ice cream?
Cow.
Cow. Here's some ice cream. Ooh, let's go out and have some. You want to sit in the chair? Hold on tight. Maybe you'll have to share with Mom. I'm just gonna
I could eat it.
hose that out or what?
Yeah.
Is it good? It must not like it.
You guys are definitely related.
Think so?
Yep.
Because we both like ice cream.
You're both dressed the same too.
And we look something.
You're like twins.
We look kind of similar.
Mm-hmm. Is that good stuff?
You guys are probably wondering or wanting to know what Damaris has been up to. So, honey, why don't you tell us what you've been up to, how the boys are doing,
What have I
all
been
that.
up to?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we planted like 50-some trees.
We did. We planted some trees in the garden.
So every day, or every other day, we've been watering trees, trying to keep them alive. And then we planted a garden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have very high expectations for said garden, but we did.
She said that last year too, but it all turned out good.
Well,
We planted a much smaller garden than last year,
and then...
but that's okay. She's got a lot more on her hands this
Got it,
year
dude. Just
with 2 boys.
taking care of the chickens and making sure the boys are fed and clean and yeah.
How would you explain the boys' personalities?
I don't really know. It's hard with Leighton.
Yeah.
He's so little yet. But Silas is a tease because he does things to annoy me on purpose, and I know it.
He's also pretty joyful.
Yep.
He's a pretty
Very
fun
happy.
kid. Tell him
Usually content.
tell him your story when you were looking for him the other day.
Oh yeah, so
They might not be able to hear you.
Yep, that's right. Oh, you found a table. Nice work.
Yummy.
No, we were outside. He was just playing with the chickens over by the coop, so I just ran inside quick because Leighton was taking a nap. Just checked on him. Then I come back outside and I can't find him anywhere. I'm looking all over the place. I'm like, I was just out here 2 minutes ago. I was just out here and he was just out here. I walk all the way around the chicken coop. I'm looking on the sides of the house, around everywhere. I cannot find him. My heart just drops, of course, because I can't find him. And then I had the idea of I'm like, oh, well, I could just look in the coop, you know. I open the door, and he's sitting in there, eating the chicken food, and grabbing the eggs from up in the boxes.
He crawled through the little
our
little door we had for the chicken run,
door. Yeah.
which he can barely fit through. It's pretty cute, pretty funny story.
Yep. So now every time he goes missing, I know where to find him. I just go open the coop door, and there he is.
He's in there hanging out with the chickens.
Yep.
I think that's funny. We've got our neighbor coming today to plant our corn seed. So, got our pile of corn seed, we're gonna load it on the trailer, bring it over to the field so he can get planting with it. We typically get our corn seed from the Heinies in eastern South Dakota. My parents went to college with them. It seems like their corn does really good out here, so it's just what we use. Here's the neighbor's tractor and his planter. He does a lot of farming for like a lot of us other neighbors that live around him. He's got a lot of more farming equipment than many of us do. Nicer stuff, bigger stuff. So I think it works out well for him, works out well for us to just custom hire him to do some custom work for us. We have him, you know, do some disking sometimes, help us pack our silage. He's got a big 4-wheel drive tractor, and cut and haul our silage, and plant for us. So works out good for us, and I think he stays busy with all the other neighbors and what he has going on too, just, you know, using his equipment to help them out. So it's a good little deal. Works out good for both of us. But yeah, you can see his planter is bigger and nicer than ours, so it'll be a lot better to plant this corn. We got the field all ready. Looks pretty good. So yeah, he should be ready to just get to planting. I'll just unhook the trailer here and he can get the corn as he needs it. Well, we are now into our busy fencing season. So came up to some of our private land up here in the hills. We got to get the fences all ready to turn the cows out up in here. We usually do our private land first, then we do the first permit that we go on to, then we work on the other 2 permits. So we'll be bringing some cows up here not too long. We'll be bringing cows to our first permit, I think in like 6 days, and then a couple days after that we'll go to the next permit. A couple days after that we'll go to the next permit. So we got a lot of fence to do, so we better get to work. But I've got my little chainsaw, got my staples and clips, my fencing pliers, my friend's stretcher, some extra wire. I'm not gonna carry my water with me, but I'm gonna get a good nice drink now. It'll be quite a few hours, it'll be quite a few miles of some steep hills. That's where my fence is heading. But it's a beautiful day. It's 80 degrees, beautiful. Might get some hail tonight, which will be interesting. We're talking about it. So while I'm going along this side of the pasture, Jaques is actually going to start working on the other side of the pasture. You might be able to hear him in the background with the 4-wheeler. And we'll meet on the far end somewhere, hopefully, if everything goes well. Neither of us dies. Usually the hardest things on our fence are the elk, the snow, and the trees. This year we didn't have too much snow, so far the fence has been a lot better. It's because there hasn't been a ton of snow damage. The elk are pretty consistent, but they really only tear your fences up in places. And then the trees, we've had a ton of trees the last probably 10 years because of the pine beetle epidemic that came through. They just killed tons of trees, so they slowly have just been, the trees have slowly just been dying and falling over on our fences. But we're getting to the end of that too. We've cut hundreds and hundreds to thousands of trees off our fences, and I think we're getting to the end of all the dead trees. So thankfully the future is bright for the fence fixing. Alright. Darn trees. I don't think that was gonna hold any cows in with that tree on there. Tighten some of these wires up. We'll find the next spot. Well, fence dead ends on top of this big mountain where these rocks are, but it picks back up on the other side. So I'm gonna climb over, take a minute, look at the view, keep going on the other side. But it's quite a bugger of a hill. Well, we got done for the day, just in time. There's a storm coming. So we're gonna get out of here so we don't get rained and hailed on.
Buddy, are you eating it or are you just feeding Angus your ice cream? You're just feeding Angus, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yummy. Well, thank you guys for coming along today. Really appreciate it. I hope you all are doing well. We're gonna have a nice little family evening here, hanging out, eating ice cream. Hope you guys do the same. We'll see you in the next one.